trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're talking about silver. We talked about this yesterday, that it has a price objective of 71.69. We're up another $1.50 today, I believe. Let's put the 60-minute up, and we'll see how much we are up. Let's see from there to there. Oh, we're more than that. Yeah, $1.50 higher. You can see here we're getting ready to, this is a 60-minute here, make some type of a minor high off of this, but it's nothing to really tradable, because when you're looking at a target that high and this much buying coming into it, you don't want to mess with it. Now let me, because we're right here right now, folks. This is when you get to see the big dogs bark, as they say in a trade. This is the AI program for today, and I'll let you decide whether you think it was any good or not. There was the bottom right here, folks. There was a 382 move right here. There's a 382 move here, right here, and it should be topping right now. That's the list. Whether it is or not, would I sell this right here? Whoa, I don't think so, but look at it. Let's just look at it real closely now and see if there's some ABCDs in here, just to see how it's doing. But it's amazing how this thing works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, as they say in the trade. Okay, here's the first ABCD, and that took you right up to that one right there. Okay, then you got another ABCD, if you like ABCDs, and then you got another one coming in. Whoops, it didn't do that one right. I got to draw that one in, otherwise it will be misplaced. So I've got to go from this low right here to that high right there, and then I just clone this, and let's see if it moves over to this over right here. Well, by golly, there it is right there, Gomer. I think you got to take your shoes off, put your sandals on, and try this. And I'm going to see what we'll look at up here. It's 43.14, right? That's close enough for government work. Let's see if we can go move it down just a little bit more. See if I can see a little tiny expansion number up here to keep my risk as small as possible. And I'll bring it over here like this. Oh, I got the wrong one in here again. Just a second. Don't do this, folks. This is dangerous to your health and your wealth. Okay, there you are. You're above there. I'm going to do it right here. We've made new highs on the day. We're over the time. Got to risk $6. Okay, so I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell at 43.14. Put a stop at 43.21. 43.21 will be my stop, and I'll be bleeding all the way to the library where I learn how to learn moving averages. Okay, now there's been other things that have been happening in the markets today, but this has been an unusual day for the AI because it has nailed every single one of them. This is the British pound. Same thing here. There's the euro. See the 382 move in the euro? That's right off that bottom. There's your high, starting to go all over. But now you notice here that this is not going down. So the last part of the day means it probably isn't going to be doing very much. So I'd have to stand aside on that. Can't tell you how many people have asked me what I think is going on, folks. I'm going to be the last one to tell you, because I didn't think it could ever do this, and it's done it with it done it in fashion that only the strongest bull would be that happy. What's amazing to me is how the NASDAQ can even be down 120 when you got the Dow up almost 700 points. Don't they realize that the Dow companies are going to be using AI also? Everybody's going to be using AI. Okay, now here was the crude oil. This was a nice move today in crude oil. We had some of them are good, some of them not so good. This was a smaller pattern, but you can see here we did come down right to the actual low. The short was right up in there. There was your first 382, came down, and we're right here now. If it's right, we should go up for the rest of the day. That's what it looks like. It's been following pretty nicely. Okay, now we'll get to the one, folks. This is the one I'm really proud of. For everybody that bought that meal, we now have a $30 profit, folks. Are you kidding me? shut the front door and raise the rent. I shouldn't make jokes about that, but at least it's working. You put your stop at 304 now, so your risk is going to be relatively small. We did hit a high of almost 309 this morning, but that backed off a little bit. Nobody wants it yet, but someday, maybe not in our lifetime, somebody else will like it. Now, let's take a look at the stock of the week, okay? This is the one that caused all the turmoil here. And if we learn nothing else, let's remember that when we look at things, let's get this stock up here because it's Oracle. And remember, just a few short weeks ago, Larry Ellison, on this day right here, made $100 billion. Okay, that was on September the 12th. And here we are on the 12th, 11th of December, and he's given that 100 million back plus another 100 billion. Pretty soon they're going to be talking about serious numbers here. So we'll see. That's it. The news was relatively bearish or something. I don't know. Tomorrow they'll change their name. It'll be somebody else that they'll be out there wanting to do something, one way or the other. All I can tell you, folks, this volatility that we're seeing right now, this is what a trader dreams of. I mean, I've been on the wrong side. I didn't get hurt too bad today. I did try the short last night, took a loss in that, but we had some other, gold was really good. Crude oil was good. Look at the meal. Meal's up 30 cents. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Okay, and the euro was very good. Look at the euro. Euro's had a really nice move here today. If we looked at this on the hourly basis, let's just get up here, you'll see that we had 382 here the last few days. Look at that. See the 382 pull 2 times in a row. And look what we did here. I didn't even check that this morning because I was just watching it go up. So let's just look and see where we are. Clean that out for just a second. And I've been up almost all night, folks, doing things with these things because I really thought this was going to be stop it. Let's get the right one up here. There's from your low. Yeah, it doesn't make a 3. It might make a 3 or 2 off of this one. Really doesn't make a lot of difference. Well, you have to try it because it's an hourly chart from that low. That one almost does it make it? This thing is so darn sensitive. It doesn't want to do it all the time. I don't know. It's close. A couple pips away, and you're reaching the objective of it up in here, probably somewhere in here. And remember, the dollar index, which we've been watching, also has been taking a proverbial move to the southern hemisphere here. Get the DAX up. Hold it as there it is. And you'll see it's getting hammered again. And it's heading down. And look at that. We're making our second objective now here in the dollar index. So this is where you don't want to get too bullish. The euro, because there we are. See, there's our ABCD, 97.83. The low today was 97.76. So we're pretty much spot on. This should be it. This is why we're looking to sell the euro and, go long the dollar in here. But the 2 problems we have is we have a gap here and 2 wide-ranging bars down. Usually that means that this is going to be extended on, but, this is your stop level. And when I'm looking at the euro, that was right up there at that 117.50 level. There it is right about now. There it is, 117.55. I put a stop at 117.85. I'm risking 30 pips on that to see if it's going to work. Okay? So those are a couple of the things that we're paying attention. So we'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, we're back, folks. We're out $2 in the gold trade. So remember, you have a stop up there. So if it gets up there, your history, right? 43.21 is a stop. We sold it at 15. 43.21 is a stop. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but that's the name of the game. All right, now let's look at the British pound. Yesterday it stopped right here, the same thing, and then look at this, it opened lower. Now remember, this British pound, after it took off, the first pullback went exactly to the 382. We brought this to your attention before, okay? That means that the price objective on that would have been right there. That's your 1.618 of that move. Now you made a lower low here, okay? So you've got to check to see if that was a, let's clean that out just so we can see it. And see if this one was a lower 382 off of this one right here, and it didn't even come close. But we did complete the pattern up in here, and we opened lower. Let's just move up here and show you what happened here this morning. All right, there's where we were today. You see, we opened lower. There's where we were this morning. Okay, the market opened a little. There's where it was, and then it makes a little bit lower low here. Higher high, excuse me. But this is a very important number. All you got to do is you go back and look. There was your major correction right here. See how many hours it took? A couple hours to do that. So you draw that in and see if that's a 382, and there it was. And that's when it takes off. And, you just can't fade those, folks. They're just, you see a few of them in here, too. There's one right there. But watch that 382 in strong trending markets. It'll bring you to the promised land most of the time, not all the time. I will make a prediction here. What you're going to see in the next 6 trading days, you're probably not going to believe, because I don't believe it. When markets move straight up like this, and you can give any reason you want, a quarter point interest rate drop. Give me a break. The bonds aren't even moving at all. The interest rates, that's like a magician's trick. See what my left hand's doing when the right hand's trying to pick your pocket? Well, that's what they're doing over there. My opinion, of course. All right, now we had 2 questions about some stocks here. One of them is JP Morgan. Remember, it had some really bad news the other day. Now we're going to look at it here to see how well it handled the news. So we're going to put it up on a 60-minute. Last time I saw it was 303. Well, look how it got all of its money back, folks. Perfect example. See that? This is when the Dow had that huge break. Okay, look what happened today, yesterday and today. Right back up again. This is one of the reasons why the Dow's up this much. It's a $300 stock. Let's look at Softy. It's always been a good one, and we'll take a look at that. Now, the AI thing is pretty much over, folks. They're saying now, well, there's a little problem here, a little problem there, but who knows? Okay, here's Microsoft. We'll get this on the hourly. It's got to be up. No, it isn't. My gosh, it's hardly doing anything. Well, that's a big surprise. Of course, I get surprised quite a bit. All right, let's take a look at Palantir, see how it's doing. This is John's favorite stock, and it's still holding up there near the highs. That's doing okay. Okay, now let's move on to talk about live cattle. And I just want to see how it's doing because remember, we had a sell signal in that the other day. Let's see if it followed through and did what we thought it was going to do, because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Live cattle is right there, and we'll put the hourly up, and we'll see if it is, well, it's going back up again. Ooh, they're going to give you another chance here, folks. Look at this. Oh, yes, look at that. We're right at the 786 now, right up in here, 3176. Ooh, with a big gap in here. Let's double check this gap. Refresh 2 days. Wow. It's amazing here. This is when Trump said prices were going to go down, and look where we are. We're back to the 786 of the whole move down, folks. Oh, no. That's awful wrong. This is the wrong chart. This is coming in the wrong way. Sorry about that. We have to come over and look at this. From the last high we made, which was way back here, down to the low, and that takes us into the we're almost at the 61% retracement now. There's where we are, 132.17. We're up a tiny bit today, a couple points, but look how quiet the range has been here. Just constant buying all the way through, and it's supposed to stop here, and look what it did today. It gapped above it. So when you see that, you know you're wrong. I'm not in this, but I'm watching too many things right now. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But anyway, that's what we're watching here with the live cattle. All right, let's get Microsoft out of the way here. Okay, and now we're going to go back and talk just a little bit more. Let me get cattle out of the way and also JP Morgan out of the way so I don't have too many charts in here as I go through and look at these things here today. Get rid of the British pound. We're not looking at that too much anymore. Okay, now let's come over here and take a look at this the soybean meal. Okay, folks, when I've been doing this for so long. I mean, I don't even. Fact is, when Mark Douglas wrote his book, Trading in the Zone, when he lived in Tucson, we learned so much from each other. But he would say to me, he said, "Boy," he said, I don't understand. He said, anytime I work with these traders, they're always nervous and anything like that. And he says, you never, even when you lose, it's no big deal. I said, Mark, I'm accustomed to losing. I plan when I put something on, I don't know whether it's going to win or not, so I just assume it's going to lose. And I do. And sometimes, like today, I had a really good day, and so this was the kind of day where you had a couple things going for me. The bonds worked good. The gold worked fabulous. The crude oil worked pretty good. The crude oil on the short side was a really nice trade. So all of those lined up pretty good. I had one loser. How are we doing in the gold? I never even looked. Oh, my goodness. Did it get down a little bit? Oh, well, it has. Let's see where we are now. Okay, now we know where we are. This high was 16. Okay, move your stop to 17 now, folks. So if you lose, you'll only lose $2. Okay, put your stop at 43.17 if you did the trade. And I heard from somebody calling from Omaha saying, "Oh my God, I did the trade by accident." Well, put your stop at 418. Put the stop at 418. Then if you lose anything, you're going to lose $3. You don't have to lose the whole $20 or the whole $600. Okay. All right. Let's see if we're doing here with this British. See how this is handling it. This okay? I want to get up. All I'm doing now is because it's halfway through the day. I want to see how this is handling what it's supposed to be doing. You see, because this should be starting down now, and went a little sideways. Now it's starting to move down a little bit. But look how accurate it is. Look at this, folks. Look at your 382 right there. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, just really, you got to watch it in strong trending markets. There it is again, a little tiny one. But that's what you want to look for those. Those are the best ones that you want to look at. Okay, now let's go over here and take a look at the YM and see how it's doing, because it's due to have its what's so amazing is that these are all turning down here the last part of the day. So, this has been pretty good. You can see there's your early morning pullback. All right. And there you go. Here's where we are. We should be turning down here. Well, we got a half hour to go. If I'm still on the air in 4 minutes, we might be able to see something. Okay, so keep your stop working in the gold market, and we'll see what happens to some of these other things. Okay, and hold on. I think that's just, let me put the old Chuck on the wall. 38 seconds. Oh my God, we'll get Apple up here. Sorry, Al. Al's my main man. He's always got my back. Let's get Apple up here, because everybody, whoa, there it is. Where is it, Apple? Apple starts with an A. I'll put it up as a commercial comes on, folks. Stay tuned.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, because you can see here the Dow Jones has made a new high, taken out the high of November 12th that we thought was so important. It was for 2 days or 2 weeks, but not even 2 weeks. You can see now we made a new high up into here. We also made a new high in the Russell. By a long shot. Here's Russell. Well, we still haven't changed it much from where we were just a little while ago. There's the Russell right now, but it has made a new high at a 1.618. You can see how it held at that 382 here for so long, and there's your profit objective on that right there. You can see it. A, B, C, D, right there. There it is. And you got another one there too. So you got a lot of numbers right up in here. So far, the high has been 25.93. We're at 25.90 with 2.5 hours to go in the trading day. So we could certainly assume that it's going to even get even higher. So it's going to, tomorrow you're going to be Friday in an up week, in an up month. Boy, it's going to be really hard to find a place to go short because there's nobody in Wall Street that's going to be looking for a short sale on a market like this, for heaven's sakes. Unless, you have a swing like we've had in the S&P where it's gone 100 up, 100 down, 100 up, and so we'll see. Okay, well, we got a little action going on, a little surf and turf action going over here on the gold, so we'll see how that ends up at the day. See how the crude oil's doing over here. Just along a little bit of that. Let's see how it's doing here. It's holding up. Yeah, it's hanging in there. So when I get like this, okay, and the move starts to go, the first thing I look for is I want to watch for a 382. Well, I certainly get anything here, but right here I did. You see, the market made a higher high. And so if you take a look at this, here's where it was supposed to turn from, and you come up and mark this, put it right there. There was your 382 right there. So there was your buy point. Now it's only up about 120 bucks, but your stop now is right below here, so you're risking very little. So that's why I'm paying attention to it. Okay. And these are just things you can get right out of, the Floor Traders Handbook. That's what these things can be picked, up if you learn how to use them. Remember, you have to skip a day. Today is Thursday, so you want to go back to the Tuesday low. Let's just do that just for kicks and giggles. We have a big move here at 11 o'clock, okay? So this is Thursday, so we got to go to Tuesday. First, what we got to do is go down to a 13-minute chart so we can get to Tuesday and see it. There's Thursday. Move it over. Tuesday, 11 o'clock. Tuesday, 11 o'clock. There's Wednesday. Okay, and here is... there it is. Here's 11 o'clock. Well, it's off by, there it is, 11:10, 11:20. Right there. There was your low for that move, and then it had a pretty big move from that level. But that was the same thing here is what it did over here. What the computer did, it went in and they put 30 days into the computer of 2-minute charts. And it searches for these harmonic patterns that occur in time, nothing to do with price. When you're looking at that IAI line, that is related to the y-axis, not the x-axis. See, that's what we're watching here. We're watching that, and that's what we're watching is the time, and it does a pretty good job. Not all the time, but okay. Now, no matter what, now put your stop at break even at 43.14, folks. That way you don't lose anything at all. Then you won't have to yell and scream and throw vegetables at me. Always use fresh vegetables, though. All right, let's get over here to the Treasury bonds. Oh, the notes. Doggone it. I meant to tell you about the notes because, remember, we missed that yesterday, and I wanted to go into it because even though they dropped interest rates, these notes are not well liked either. Here's the Treasury notes. Let's get the daily up. Hopefully there it is right there. And now we'll take a quick look at it. We've had a pretty good move off that bottom, though. There's that bottom we were looking for, remember? There it is, 111.30. We rallied more than a full point. That's a pretty, well, almost a full point. So that shouldn't be a gap, though. That thing doesn't leave a gap. Now, there it is. That filled that gap. So you got the ABCD. Now you're having your first rally back. Remember, the last time they did lower rates was right there on the 25th. So don't be expecting a whole lot, folks. This is just a normal ABCD pattern that's rallying, and we'll just look at it right now. We've already made the 382 in the bonds. We already pointed that out to you at 116.08. This one is trading below the 382 right now, so not a lot to do. But it's completed the pattern, and you've made the amount of money that you should make, because if you're going to be risking very much, you're buying it there. That was about 1/3. It's about $700 move. Bonds a little bit more because they're a little more volatile. So those are the main things that we're watching here right now. Okay, why don't we do this? Treasury bonds. Timeout. I want to bring up one stock, and that is NVIDIA. And I know that's the most wonderful stocks in the world. And anybody that bought this stuff, these corrections mean absolutely nothing. But folks, I'll tell you what, you've got a situation now where the news is so bullish, and this thing is not doing well. You remember that day right here, that head and shoulders where the news was so bullish? It was more bullish than this news right here. And all it could do was go to a head and shoulders pattern exactly at 61% retracement. I think I'll move that over. You'll see it even. Got to get that out. Well, they're tied up together. I'll move it over just a little bit. Yeah, there's your number right here. Perfect head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Come down. All we did on this rally, A, B, C, D. In a bear market, that's what Gartley said. Look for the first A, B, C, D. And there it is right there. There's your ABCD, comes in just a tad above the 382. There's the 382. And what we do, we gap down today, and it's actually bounced a little bit because I guess everybody's looking at Oracle. But my gosh, I mean, well, it's none of my business. I should shut up and get off my soapbox. Let's see how much time we got for this segment, and then I'll have to, minute and 20 seconds. Let's move over and take a look at the Japanese yen. These are questions that people ask me about today. I'll do the best I can to answer them. And you'll see here we should be headed down a little bit. Well, we held okay. Let's see where we are. There's your 786 pulled back right here. Looks like exact. Let's go to the 4 hours so we can see it real clearly and make it a lot easier to look at. Yeah, there it is. See, you went up. Now you've come down. You've come down more than 78% level. So there's a strong probability here that you could be looking at this, that the dollar could weaken even more, getting down into this area right here. So it's not acting like it has much strength. So you have to be careful at all times, folks. But the one thing, we should have had Paula T on today. It is the one thing you really don't have to worry about, okay? You don't have to worry about being afraid of putting a trade on. Do you know why? They have Band-Aids out there for you. It's called stop loss. If you put the stop in, that's going to be your Band-Aid. Okay, now that's one of the problems that I have. Sometimes I think I know more than I do, and what happens is, I didn't put a stop in and take a bigger loss than I should. But, that's part of the game, and I have to accept that, and I move on and go to the next one. We'll take a break here.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this was the overnight action. This was yesterday, of course. And then after the market closed, it opened here, and then it started this cascading move down where it went from 25.90 or 25.80 all the way down to 25.30, 500 handles. And then what did it do? It rallied up, and then it's backing off, and here's where we are now. Just looking at this small ABCD that's here. Going to draw it in. There's our A. There's our B, there's our C, there's our D, going back to these numbers right here. So it's completing. There's your 382. Got a small pattern in here. We should make that, and we'll see what happens. So what we'll do here is we're going to take a profit in our gold here at 43.11. Okay, 43.11, and then we're going to sell this one right up here at 256.96. Okay. That way you can't lose anything. We made a little money in the gold, made $400, and only on this we only risk about 20 points. So we're going to sell this at 256.90, 256.90. We're at 255, 256.81 right now, and we'll put a stop up here, 20 points higher. So no matter what happens, made a profit in the gold, and we'll take a loss in this one here, and we'll see. But folks, when you see swings like this is very unusual, and believe me, investors, they don't like that kind of stuff. Traders, they do, because it's great volatility, and you got some really, really good things to look at. But anyway, that's what we're watching here to see what's going on with some of these things that we're paying close attention to here this morning. All right, let's move over and talk about the wheat market. Somebody asked a question about that. I've been watching the grains. I haven't done any trading in them recently because I've been focusing on the stocks and the bonds and the gold and the oil. Stocks, bonds, well, my 3 favorite, number 1 is gold, number 2 is oil, number 3 would be the stock indices. Okay, let's get up here. There's where we are. Let's take a look at the March wheat, and we'll see how we're doing. This should be backing off a little bit. Yeah, there's where we are. All right, now here's a spot here. You'll see here we hit this 618. We rallied a little bit, and then it just dissipated and came down. So here's where we are. Now, this was the move, made the low, and had a pretty good rally, 15 cents. Okay, now the problem was when it hit this rally, it hit the exact 382 of the high right back here. I remember that because I was watching it at the time. I said, wow, one-day rally right there? So what that tells me is that we're coming down to this level right here. Now, we got another ABCD coming in to this level right about here. So there's the area where you want to be watching to buy the wheat, and that comes in here at 521. That's down about another 11 cents from where we are. We might get that tomorrow. We have our live trading tomorrow. And if you can join us, contact Tommy at TFNN.com. 3 hours are the most expensive, and it can be. It was last week. Last week I had a flat-out bad week. I mean, I had 3 losses. They were all small, but stopped out on the high in 2 of them, and the other one just got away from us. But that was our first time we've had a losing day in a while. Anyway, here's what we're watching here to get down here in the bond, this here about this time, right about there. That's the March wheat. Remember, it had some really nice A, B, C, D patterns to the down. These are the ones you dream about. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. So that's it. Just remember what John Jameson always says, folks. When the only way is up, the only way is down. So that's why you got to pay close attention to it. How close did we get here on our order? I know we didn't get filled because I put it in, and we just missed it. 886. I said to do it at 9.0. It got to 8.6. So keep it working at 9.0. See if you can get filled. We're only at 8.0, so that's peanuts in this market. So be a seller here, and your stop would be up here at 25.70 even. So there's where we're paying attention to here with this one right here. Now, I'm jumping around, folks, because I'm having people giving me asking questions as we speak, and I'm trying to answer them. We'll take a look here at I think Bitto, is that the one that is the good for the, because this, I'll tell you, you want to see a stock, something that's really bearish, folks, let's do that right now, because I don't get a chance to do this too often. All I got to do is get to my trading view, which is right here, and you'll see a really bearish chart. Just give me a second and we'll take a quick look at it. And come on now. There we go. Hey, come on. Okay, here's where we are. And I want to come over. 2 things I've got to check here. I've got to check the New York Stock Exchange Index. These will publish up here in just a second, as soon as these bring in here what my thing is. There's what we want to look. First one, what we're going to look at is the Bitcoin. Get out of here. Don't need that. Okay, we got the Bitcoin there on the daily. Now we're just going to go down to a 1-hour chart. You can see it's just been rallying a little bit. We did come back pretty good. We had the big break early this morning, and then there's where we were. There was our 382, folks, on the longer one. And since that time, what we've done, I can tell just by looking at it, we've come back and we're making a 382 retracement as we speak right now. There it is right now. But this was put that there. Stop it. Okay, now you come back over here, and you'll see that this was a 382 on a really, well, you got to go to a 4-hour chart to see that, Larry, so put it in there, because that goes back a few days. This is a bearish market, folks. Well, there you can see it's got all these numbers in here. You have to trust me on that's a 382, because it is, and I don't think you want to argue with me about that, but that's your 382 off of that number right there, folks. This is a bearish chart getting ready to go lower. Now, here's the New York Stock Exchange Index, and boys, folks, I'm afraid we got to get the daily up here. Hold on a second. I got to switch this to the daily. And we're making another new high in the New York Stock Exchange Index, folks. That is going to decimate that 3-drive pattern that I've been looking for. Let's just double check. No, not necessarily. It just makes a higher high. There's a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's made another new high. See, I thought this was the 3-drive, backed off for 1 day, and then boom, away it goes. But that still is a 3-drive. Well, this is one of those times when I guess that ABCDs just don't work, and, I haven't seen this ever. We're so many of them everywhere, and they're all working. I don't think so. We got the Dow up 600 points, the NASDAQ is up 100, so, and the S&P is up. So everything's still the end of the world, but it's not quite out of sight yet. Let's move on, get back to our Ensign charts here, and see if we didn't get filled. We missed that by 2 pips, the little rascals. Now, but see what the gold is doing. The gold is still about in that ballpark right here, so we'll see here. All right, that's it. Mainly when I'm doing these things, I'm trying to, figure out how much I have to risk when I put a trade on, and if I can afford to do the risk, like this one here, measure to 25689, and the high was 25687. We missed it by 2 pips. And so I put a shade in it by 2 pips, but I put it in where it's supposed to be and missed it. So, but that's only 20 pips away. Anyway, the next few days, tomorrow's going to be interesting because we have a Friday and an up week and an up month. And boy, it's people coming in are just not going to be wanting to sell something unless there's some kind of really bad news out there. You know, well, who knows what it could be. Let's take a break. 877. We'll be right back, folks. Stay.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, boys and girls, get your coloring pens out. We're going to draw a little ABCD pattern in here, right here. There's your AB. There's your CD pattern coming in today at, well, it doesn't quite make it. It says 489. It's been 48757. Okay, so it's maybe got a little more to go. If we go back, and this is weekly too, folks, so you've got to hang in there. There's your ABCD here in the weekly. That measures even higher, so we could definitely get up another couple hundred points here in the Dow. We'll have to wait and see, of course. And but we did have a big break here and from that November 12th down into the 16th, and then just boom, just straight up. So you gotta respect it, folks. You know, I know you can look at short term or long term, whatever you want to do, but you got to respect when a market makes new high like this, especially when it comes out of the blue. My goodness, I mean, how many days in a row this thing been up? 11, 12 days in a row. That's almost an outlier event in itself, but that's what outliers event are for. Let's just look at it. You'll see here. We've been up, how many? Well, we actually backed off. We did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days, and we backed off for 4 days, and boom, there we made another new high, and you can see we're still going higher. So that's what we're paying attention to. But by the way, folks, we got the seasonal stuff coming up here, so try to help your neighbors, those that you can help, and the others try to pray for them and stuff, because a lot of people don't get to celebrate the holidays like most of us do, and you got to remember that, because we're really fortunate to do, you know, what we do. I feel I'm like the luckiest guy in the world. I get to play golf with Tiger Woods every day, and he never shows up. This is what I like to do. You know, I don't have to pay green fees. I don't have to have my cart. I get my all my clubs are free. I get those knocked over my head by my kids when I don't do what they want me to do. So listen, let's have a wonderful day. Have a day and attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.